Poor Reva. Poor Reva. Nobody wants her lightsaber.
Well, they could have just called it a Grand Inquisitor lightsaber or an Inquisitor lightsaber.
They could have, but no, we had to make sure everybody knew this was Reva's lightsaber. They know, and they chose not to back it.
Well, maybe if they hadn't spent so much time telling everyone they didn't like Reva, they were racist. You know?
Maybe. Anyway, this is Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
This is Clownfish TV, and we're going to talk about HasLab. HasLab is Hasbro's crowdfunding app, and they put high dollar items up for backing, and most of the products tend to get backed except for some of the Star Wars stuff. And Reva's lightsaber, which they made a huge deal about, did not get funded.
And it ran since the end of May.
Yeah, it's super embarrassing.
Right. I think it's also way too expensive.
It is also very expensive, but we're going to look at some of the other stuff that HasLab has funded, but I know that they had problems with the Ranker a couple of months ago, too.
I do remember that, yes.
They had a Black Series Ranker, and it did not fund either. So it's interesting, you compare that to like Transformers and G.I. Joe stuff, which gets funded like almost immediately. It's looking like Star Wars isn't as popular as it used to be.
No, you know why? Because you said it was a Black Series Ranker, so clearly it was racist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's exactly why.
And it's all racist people.
Let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, over 272,000 subs. Thank you for the support. So here's the thing. I don't give a shit about the Obi-Wan show. I don't give a shit about Reva. I know there was a lot of controversy around Reva.
Controversy, yes.
The media tried to make it into a much bigger deal than it actually was.
If you didn't like her, you were racist. Even before the show came out.
Even before the show came out.
It was the Star Wars account on Twitter.
Yeah.
Posted it. And then if you say anything, we're only talking about people who are actual racists. But the implication was, if you had a problem with the character, you were a racist. And then, not saying people didn't send some shitty messages. I am 100% sure they did.
I'm sure they did.
But that is such a tiny percentage of the people. And people didn't like the character or didn't like the show, had nothing to do with her race.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of things to not like about the show. If you liked Obi-Wan, fantastic. I'm looking at this like this is a canon-breaking WTF. Why does this show exist?
I think there were moments that were good, but overall it didn't pull it all off.
No, and now they're like, we're going to take the show and we're going to re-edit it and make it a movie that actually makes sense.
I know, why didn't you just do it in the first place?
You're going to reshoot like 80% of it?
Maybe
so it
you should have just done the Obi-Wan movie to begin with instead of doing the show.
Yes.
It's a lot of filler.
So, of course, Hasbro wants to cash in on Obi-Wan and these great new characters that Lucasfilm is presenting the fandom with. So they launched this lightsaber. And that was the end of May?
It was end of May, like 27th of May or something like that.
So this is the lightsaber. It's a Black Series lightsaber, Force FX Elite lightsaber. They needed 5,000 backers. They got 1,400 backers, and like you said, this is limit 5 per customer.
Right. It was $500. Now, I mean, it's really big. It's like the size of 2 lightsabers, obviously. So it's a big piece. So one, you're going to have people not having places to display it. Right off the bat, you're going to limit your audience there. 2, the cost of this lightsaber is $500. Who has $500 lying around, especially in this economy, just to go buy this lightsaber?
Well, okay. So a lot of other HasLab things do get funded, and a lot of them cost more than this. They just weren't interested in this.
Well, this is 6.5 feet long.
6.5 feet long.
Where are you going to put it?
You could put it...
Bend over and I'm sure they'll show us.
Yeah, you could put it across your mantle. You could put it above your fireplace, and you could hang little like Grogu stockings off of it.
That's right.
You know?
Or you could just spend $500 on something else that you actually want.
You could. You can buy a lot of other subpar Star Wars crap for $500.
Plus, you have to understand too. Okay, so they had the Obi-Wan show on Disney Plus, and where a lot of people watched the show, a lot of people didn't want to subscribe to Disney Plus to watch it. So a lot of people, it's not like a movie where it's open to everyone who wants to pay to go to see it. So a lot of people didn't see it. A lot of people just don't care. A lot of people didn't like Reva. There's a lot of things working against this lightsaber.
Again, if they had just called it an Inquisitor lightsaber, because I'm pretty sure they all use the same style lightsaber, you might have actually gotten more backers, but a lot of people, it's like, Reva, no.
Because you caused your own problems the moment you got everybody's back up with that preemptive bullshit on the Star Wars account basically implying if you don't like Reva, it's because you're racist.
Yeah.
Look, I 100% agree that you shouldn't stand for people making comments, and it's bullshit. I get that, and I completely agree with that. But the way it was presented, it was done so that it was open season on fans who didn't like the character.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you know, now the actress is going to suffer, I think, because of it, because you've made a problem where maybe there wasn't a problem. And there were other Star Wars shows, other movies, you know, on Disney's Watch that had, you know, non-white actors playing the roles, and they didn't make as big of a deal.
Except for Rose Tico, because apparently that's meant you hate Asian women.
Well, they better not try funding Rose Tico's jumpsuit on Hasbro.
Oh, no, they better not try doing a lot of things on the Star Wars, because it's not working.
So this is coming from yakface.com. Again, a lot of the older Star Wars sites are kind of siding with the fans on this. It said, last night the deadline passed for the HasLab Reva Third Sister Force FX lightsaber. Several factors contributed to its failure, but in the end, collectors decided to vote with their wallets just as these projects were intended.
Well, that's hate speech.
Yeah. It's hate speech. They said the Ghost wouldn't be funded, doesn't have mass appeal. They're talking about doing the Ghost. Hate to see projects fail, but love to see a message sent by the fans to Hasbro. The Death Star should be next. That's the thing. I mean, if they went with the original, well, I can't say that. I'd say if they went with the original trilogy, it's money in the bank. However,
how much did they want for the Rancor, though? It was $350.
$350 for the Rancor. And
that's probably why I didn't get funded.
Yeah. I mean, it is to scale. It is Black Series, but people are like,
$350.
$350.
Would you pay $350 for that?
I would not. But you know what? People are paying.
It still almost had enough backers to get funded, though.
Almost.
It was way closer. Yeah. Way closer than Reva's lightsaber.
But we're seeing a decline in Star Wars. Now, they had the Razor Crest, I guess, was funded. They had Jabba's Sail Barge, which a lot of people wanted. And that was 3 3/4 scale. This is a Black Series, so this would be the 6-inch figures. But the Star Wars stuff doesn't seem to get funded like it used to. Now, what is getting funded? G.I. Joe, which shocked me. They have this is a 6-inch scale HISS tank.
Hey, I told you to buy it, but you don't want to.
$300.
It's $300. I can't say anything.
I know. We're going to talk about that in another video.
Yes.
But this is for the larger 6-inch figures, right? They've got 34 days left. $300 for this HISS tank. 16,000 backers.
They needed 8.
They need 8. I'm pretty sure this one was funded in like a day or two.
Yeah, it's just because there's demand for this. There's not demand for Reva's lightsaber.
No.
And I'm telling you, when you throw shit at the fans like you did, it's going to bite you in the ass. And I don't know why they just can't learn this lesson. I don't know why they can't. I'm not saying put up with racist behavior. Of course you shouldn't.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between saying there's a couple people here that are doing really shitty things and we're against that, and just like making a big sweeping thing that basically if you don't like the character or if you don't like the actress, and I'm like, no. See, that's where you open the floodgates for bigotry and hatred, and you did it yourself.
We've got, again, Transformers. We have Victory Saber, Japanese character, 26,000 backers.
Wow.
This is one I wish I would have.
I think that's why I told you to, and you didn't do it.
He's so cool. Look at how cool he is.
And Hasbro doesn't like us, so I don't think they're going to send you one.
Hasbro likes anybody who buys their shit.
I don't think the toy companies like us very much.
So here we have the G.I. Joe Sky Striker, again, 16,000. 16,000 people bought one of these.
So the G.I. Joe audience is definitely putting their money in these projects. And the Transformers audiences, it just seems that the Star Wars ones are kind of like, you know what?
The 2 scale, well, not 2 scale.
I also wanted to buy you that, and you told me you didn't have room for it.
It was $600, but they sold 10,000 plus.
I wanted to buy the Optimus Prime that transforms, and you wouldn't let me do that either.
No, I don't know where I'd put it. But they did have some that actually did well. The Razor Crest.
Yeah, because it was Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And Baby Yoda.
28,000?
Yes, because it was Mandalorian. You have to also understand, too, one of the problems they're probably running into now is the economy is not what it was a year ago even. And I think a lot of people are really afraid, like when these would have been, some of these would have been funded, people were getting the checks from the government.
Yeah.
And now everything's going through the roof because the gas prices and all that, and people are worried about buying just groceries. They're not going to have $500 lying around. Let's go buy the damn lightsaber for a character that, most people didn't like.
Yeah, I mean, everything else makes sense. Like Unicron, okay, that's, people want a bigger Unicron. I mean, he's freaking huge.
$600 though, holy
He's
shit.
massive though. I mean,
I wanted you to buy him, but you
like
said
3 foot tall.
And your exact words were, besides where it's too expensive, where would I put him?
I don't know where I put him. I have no idea. He's the size.
It's like a child. It's like having another child.
He's like the size of an 8-year-old. Yeah, he's huge. Sentinel makes sense. X-Men, they had a Galactus figure.
Write him off. Say he's a dependent.
This guy, these are all things that fans want. Some of the most popular G.I. Joe vehicles. And then we've got Reva's lightsaber. Nobody asked for this.
And then they had the proton pack.
Yeah, that was a debacle too, from what I remember. That was
so yeah.
But it still got funded.
So some of these things are not like the others.
So the last 2 Star Wars projects have not funded. That's not a good sign.
Well, they want way too much for that rancor. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Plus, how many rancors have they had?
It wasn't worth. I mean, yeah, it's not worth that price. I don't care if it's Black Label. It's not worth that price.
No. $350 now. That's probably like $100.
Yeah, I think people would have paid 100, 150. 350 is just too much.
Yeah, but this is again though. This is the second high-profile Star Wars failure. So Hasbro has to be looking at this like Star Wars just isn't the brand it used to be, and they have to be feeling pretty good too because they're looking at their own stuff, Transformers and G.I. Joe. I mean, these are these are properties that they own.
Yeah.
They own these, and they're like, yeah, this shit's kicking ass.
I wish you had bought the Victory Saber though.
Yeah, Victory Saber's awesome.
Should have bought that.
I should have.
I want to hear about it. I offered to get it for you.
Ships this winter, I guess. So, anyway,
it's too late. You can't get one though.
Can't get one now. Oh well. Send me one, Hasbro.
They won't. They hate us.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up.
Yep.
A lot of people hate us. I don't know why.
We don't have to do anything. We just show up and they're like, "Hey, we hate you."
Oh my God, Clownfish, we hate you.
You put the clown in Clownfish.
Yeah, we've never heard that. We've never heard that before.
No, not ever.
Never ever.
If we got paid for the time they said it, we could have bought one of these.
I know, right? All right, so we're gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Now he's just tasty, delicious, rotten flesh meat, which I can consume. Don't read into it too much.
Just like our museum, the cafe's open and Brewster is eager to serve.
I don't think this was in the show. Run. Oh, you got splatted. Oh, she was begging and you kicked her in the face.
I don't care.
Hey guys, Squid King here, and today we're in a—
Not girl boss at all. She is not a material girl.
She is not. Oh, it's Christmas time here in your mom. Nobody wants to join your mom.
What?
Like I can't even cook kid cuisine right. I would last about 2 minutes with Gordon Ramsay.
What?
Where is he?
He's hiding. He's hiding from you.
Better.
Oh my God, you got the axe.
Walker, does this look like Steven Universe? Let me punch him! Well, I'm just here for the wax. Right where you belong.
Get in the dirt.
Well, that was a combination of events I probably shouldn't have put together. Anyways, let's open this bottle too.
Chica Pinata. Is that official?
Oh, no.
There's a bootleg.
Hello. Ooh, sorry.
Hey guys, it's Diamond Tool.
Let's make a farm.
Like and subscribe and buy my merch.
I mean, while you're here, you guys should like really like and subscribe and buy our merch, all of which we have.
That is true. You can't run them carrying trash. You can get away with one F-bomb per PG-13 movie.
I wish I'd known that sooner.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to wrap this effer up.
Yes.